ladies and gentlemen. The story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
This is the city. Los Angeles, California. I work here. I'm a cop. It was Monday, August 3rd. It was warm in Los Angeles. We were working the day watch out of burglary detail. My partner's Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Bernard. My name's Friday. A rash of burglaries had broken out in the city. Homes had been broken into and stripped of their furnishings. There was no lead on the criminals. They got all the money together, huh?
Yeah, $1 from each man in the detail. It's going to be our job to buy the gift.
Yeah.
When's Angus going to get married?
Next Sunday. We haven't got too much time.
I don't know why we always have to pick out the gifts.
Well, somebody has to do it. You got any ideas what we ought to get him?
Well, I talked to Faye over the weekend. She thinks it might be nice if we got him something to start housekeeping with. Maybe some nice kitchenware or table lamp.
I don't know if we'd have enough dough for a good lamp. Oh, they might like a bedspread. You can always use them. Maybe a nice wool blanket.
Oh, I don't know, Joe. You got to be careful about those personal things.
Well, what do you mean? What's personal about a blanket?
Well, we don't know much about the girl Angus is going to marry. She might not need it.
Excuse me, could you tell me something?
What's that?
I said, could you tell me something?
Well, what would you like to know, little girl?
Is this where you come to report about stolen things?
Well, now, that depends. You want to come in and tell us about it?
Thank you, I will.
You want to sit down, little girl?
I'm 10 years old. I'll stand if it's all right.
Sure. Now, do you want to tell us what's been stolen?
Everything.
Huh?
Everything's been stolen. We came back this morning and found it that way. Grandpa's awful mad.
Mm-hmm. Here, what's your name?
Ruth Ann Marie Jeanette.
Jeanette? Is that your last name?
No, Snyder. Ruth Ann Marie Jeanette Snyder.
Well, did you come down here alone, Ruth?
Yes, Grandpa sent me. He's awful mad.
Where do you live?
With Grandpa.
Where's that?
Over in College Avenue. Grandpa's leg's bothering him, so he told me to come down and tell you about it.
About what, miss?
Everything. We came back this morning on the train, and when we got home, we found everything was stolen. It's terrible.
What do you mean by everything?
Well, Grandpa and I got back to Los Angeles on the train this morning. We've been on a trip back to Indiana.
Uh-huh.
We took a taxi cab home from the station. When we got there, everything was gone. Everything but the rug in the living room.
What?
All the furniture. Every single bit. The sofa, the chairs, my desk upstairs, the stove. Everything's been stolen. We want you to find it.
You mean someone broke in while you were gone, took all your furniture? Is that what you think?
We know they did. The window in the kitchen, it was broken. They took everything but the living room rug. That's why Grandpa's home now.
Huh?
He thinks the crooks will be back. He's sitting on the rug because he says if they take Pat, they'll have to take him, too.
9:45 a.m. Frank and I drove Ruth Ann Snyder back to her home on College Avenue. It was an old-fashioned wooden frame structure a few doors up from College Avenue and Everett Way. Ruth Ann showed us inside and introduced us to her grandfather, Mr. John H. Snyder, age 78. He told us that a year ago, he and his wife, Ruth Ann's grandmother, had come to California from Indiana and rented the house on College Avenue. The grandmother had fallen ill and passed away suddenly 3 weeks ago. He and Ruth Ann closed the house and took the body back to Indiana on the train for burial. On their return that morning, they found the house stripped of every piece of furniture. We checked room by room, listed the missing articles, and then we put in a call for a man from Leighton Fingerprints. Do you happen to know the serial numbers of your home appliances, Mr. Snyder?
No, sir. I've lived with most of the furniture for 40 years. You know, you get to know the things you own in 40 years.
I know what was in my room, Sergeant. My desk, my table and chair, the bed, the curtains. They took everything.
How about the estimated value of the furniture, sir? What would you say it was worth?
Dollars and cents? I don't know. What's a house full of furniture worth to anyone? Guess everybody puts their own value on their things.
Yes, sir.
Solid walnut dining set as our wedding present. Mahogany front room table, that was solid too. Cost money in their day. All gone.
Were there any liens on the furniture, sir?
How's that?
I mean, did you owe anything on the furniture? Any trouble with the finance company or anything like that?
We didn't even know what a finance company was when the wife and I was married. Sad enough trip as it was. And Ruth and me get here this morning and everything's gone. All we own. Ruthie,
Yes, Grandpa?
where the thieves broke in, would you show the officers?
It's over here, officer.
How are you and your grandfather going to get along, Ruthie?
Grandpa says we'll buy 2 cots for tonight. Army surplus. No stove to cook on. We'll have to eat out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have to go back to Indiana. Grandpa doesn't have much money. He's on a pension. Here's the door. You can see what they did to get in. Windows broken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You'll find the crooks, won't you, Sergeant?
Well, we're going to try, Ruthie. We better have the crime lab check this.
Yeah. How about the neighbors? You know them well?
I know who they are. I don't know any of them good. They're not very friendly.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'd like to ask you and your grandpa some more questions, Ruthie.
All right. I don't know what I'm going to do when school starts. They stole all my stuff, even my composition tablets. They didn't have to take those.
What grade you in?
I was in the A5. I will be in the B6. Why would they take my school things?
I don't know.
You see how they got in back there?
Yes, sir, we did. By any chance, did any of your neighbors know that you and Ruth here were going away?
Well, I didn't mention it, no.
Then no one kept an eye on your house while you were gone.
Oh, I didn't figure it was necessary.
Might have helped.
I just remembered, Grandpa. Mrs. Merton. I told her we were going away.
Who's that, Ruth?
She runs the store down at the corner, the bird store.
What?
She sells canaries, other kind of birds, too. Mrs. Merton's her name. Store's right down the corner.
And you figure she's